I think that the volunteerism in older adults is an expression of what is important and what's valuable in their life. And they reach the point where they have some discretionary time on their hands, and they naturally migrate to things that are important to them. And that can be things in their faith or in the community, or special things that they learned along the workplace, you know, where they want to get really involved in society. And so it also adds a huge expression of value to their life, because this starts to define who you are and what you believe in and what you care about. So I really see that volunteerism is an extremely important part of what I call becoming yourself and telling people who you are. And I think it really grows as people get older and they have more time. They migrate from just pure volunteerism into leadership volunteerism, where you're getting others involved in causes and making things happen that wouldn't otherwise get done. Certainly one of the most outstanding examples is teaching. The number of people that will start teaching in a field that means a lot to them. A friend of mine, this isn't pure volunteerism, but he was a former CEO of Baxter International. But one of the hallmarks of his life was teaching people a balance about work and family. And so when he left the job as CEO, he became a teacher at the Northwestern Kellogg School. And his whole emphasis is, how do you make ethical, good-based decisions and balance the values of life? And after he's been teaching there several years, he tells me that the greatest day of his life was when he was attending the ceremonies last year, and he was picked as the lead teacher at the Kellogg School by the students as having the most value and having taught them the most important. In the midst of all this business that they're doing, his value-based position was the most important to him. And it went across, and the students were impressed by it. And so they picked him as the teacher of the year. Well, that's a perfect example of taking what's really important in your life and finding a place to make it multiply time and time again by teaching other people, because this effect will go on for years. And what you really find is leaders in society don't ever want to give up leading. They still want people to be following them to missions and causes, and so they apply that leadership. One of the best conversations I had was with Sherry Lansing when she stepped down from the head of Paramount Theater, Movies, and the rest. She stepped down at age 60 because she said, I want to have enough time that I can still lead and do things in my free years and not find myself being used up in the business side. And she starts an organization that encourages people into volunteerism and into service and into commitment. In fact, she wants our country to give awards like we do for the Peace Corps, and to say, when you get older and you volunteer for 2 years, here's a special kicker in your Social Security, or to say thank you because you made America look good. That's the kind of stuff that goes on in our country all the time.